And welcome to another Humboldt Conversation. Today I'm here with Sierra Wood, who is the Homeless Services Coordinator with the City of Eureka. Sierra, really nice to see you again.
You too.
Thanks so much for joining us for a Humboldt Conversation. Now, you are involved with homeless services, but you're also involved with some other programs that are not just related to the homeless situation in Eureka, and one of those is Pathway to Payday.
Yes.
Which is a really exciting program. I know I've talked to the City of Eureka about it before, but you've just finished the latest series in this. Tell us about this program.
Yeah, so this is a 4-day program. It's free for all community members, and it really works to take people through all the steps of looking for a job, starting with creating a resume, applying for jobs, getting interview practice, and then ultimately we have employers that are hiring actually come to interview participants. So
now it is a partnership with the Betty Chin Foundation, and as I say, you are the homeless coordinator, but it's not for the homeless necessarily, is it? It is for everybody who is looking for work.
No, so yeah, this is part of our program, Community Access Project for Eureka. So it's open to all community members, not specifically the homeless.
Now tell us what happens, because on day one, it's all about the focus on job applications.
Yeah, day one, we have actually 3 workshops that happen. So those are all about overcoming various barriers that you might be facing when trying to find employment. Really just trying to empower yourself and think about your own values and unique qualities that you can bring to a job. Those sorts of skills that some people might be needing a little refresher on, reminding themselves why they can be really a value in a job.
And after that, because it is a 4-day course, after that, on the second day, there's mock interviews.
Yeah. Second day, you're going to take all those tools that you used in the workshops, and you're going to actually have the chance to practice those mock interviews, get all the nerves out, and just really kind of work on what you're going to say.
But day 3 is when it gets quite exciting, because that's when it happens for real, because you actually do partner with employers who are looking to actually hire people.
Yeah. So we have a variety of businesses, mostly hiring for entry-level positions. They come out and they do it right here. We conduct all of our interviews. We have a big schedule set up, and so participants get the opportunity to interview with whichever businesses they want to. So they're going straight from practice interviews right into those real ones.
And then the final day of the course is called Next Steps.
Yeah, so the final day we have businesses give feedback to us about the participants, and so we provide them with that, letting them know if a business is interested in hiring them, what the next steps they should take to follow up, things like making follow-up calls, continuing on the job search, and just keeping that motivation going towards finding a job.
Now, one of the things that the Betty Chin Foundation supports you on in this program is actually finding clothing for interviews, etc. So how does that work?
Yeah, so participants, the week before or sometimes the week during the workshops, they actually can come into Betty Chin's Attire for Hire clothing closet, and they get to pick out one interview outfit that they'll wear for the interviews. That's
a really great contribution, because I think a lot of people feel, perhaps if they have been in a homeless situation, they don't necessarily have the wherewithal to go and actually interview for jobs. That's a great component.
Yeah, there's so many different barriers that can come in the job search and actually doing those interviews. So Betty also does, a light breakfast and free lunch for the participants, as well as access to showers before the interviews.
Now, it is quite limited, though, the number. I mean, there is a finite space. So how do people sign up for the next course that's coming up?
So there's 2 ways to apply. The first is on our website, uplifteureka.com. The second is filling out an application in person at the Betty Chin Day Center. We do typically have about 14 people in the program with a max of about 20 participants, so it is fairly limited.
And people do need to commit for the whole 4 days, don't they?
Yes, you have to be there all 4 days.
Now, what about some of the other programs that you're working on right now, Sierra, that you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, so we've got some really exciting things coming up. We have our job skills training program, which has been on a break for the past 6 months or so, but that's kind of a transitional step to Pathway to Payday, and that's for people who have maybe been out of the workforce for a long time and are looking to kind of get those job skills that they may be lacking and get other sorts of classroom experience, building a resume, those sorts of steps that are going to prepare them for full-time work. And
how have you seen actually the benefits so far to the community? I mean, is this tangible? It's something you're able to measure?
Yeah. So we actually have a 90+% success rate in our participants either getting a job offer or a second interview. And so it is really successful in getting participants those jobs. I think the other benefit as well is just that change in mindset that comes from being in a large group, feeling that motivation of everybody going through those same struggles, just realizing that you do have a lot of value you can have to a job.
Absolutely. Well, Sierra, it's a great program. Congratulations. When is the next date? Do you have those set yet?
We don't have the exact dates, but it'll be late May or early June.
Okay, well, I hope you get the same success rate and the same turnout for the next event. Sierra, thank you for joining us for a Humboldt Conversation. Really nice to see you again.
Thank you so much.
And join us for another Humboldt Conversation very soon.